Hi, I'm Erin. Today we're going to talk about pairing types. A pairing type is the definition of a pairing based on contract language. Pairing types define a pairing based on contractual definitions. Understanding the types of pairings at your base can help you filter your pairing pool to only the types that you would like to bid. Red-eye defines any domestic pairing with a duty period scheduled to touch 0100 to 0101 home base time. This is an example of a red-eye pairing originating out of DFW. Here you can see on the first day, the flight attendant reports for the pairing at 21:20 to begin her duty period and ends her duty period at midnight in Sacramento. Calculating the time change from local station time to home base time shows the duty period crosses 0100 to 0101 home base time, making this pairing qualify as a red-eye. IPD is the acronym for International Premium Destination. This defines any pairing that has any operating or dead-end heading flight to or from Europe, Asia, and destinations in the Deep South that require a premium level of service. Here is an example of an IPD. International Premium Destination Pairing. The flight segments operate to and from Narita, Japan, which requires a premium level of service. Premium Transcon defines any pairing that contains at least one flight segment with 3-class transcontinental service that requires a purser. This example is a JFK pairing with service to Los Angeles. NIPD is the acronym for Non-International Premium Destination, international flying that does not meet the definition of IPD. This pairing is a Dallas-based pairing with service to Maui. This flight segment does not require a premium level of service. Regular is defined as any domestic pairing scheduled to operate within the 48 contiguous United States, Canada, or Alaska. This pairing is an example of a regular pairing. All the segments operate within the United States. A shuttle pairing contains at least one flight segment between Boston and Washington, D.C., Boston and LaGuardia, Washington, D.C. and LaGuardia, or Chicago and LaGuardia. This is the Dallas-based pairing that contains one segment defined as a shuttle. A charter is an offline or online flight that is not a regularly scheduled flight. This is a Dallas-based pairing that has a charter segment on the first day of the pairing. Charters are designated by a flight number in the 9000s. ODAN is the acronym for On Duty All Night, commonly called an ODAN. These pairings have a single duty period with on-duty hours that touch 0100 to 0500 home base time. This pairing is an example of an ODAN. The pairing touches 2 calendar days but only has one duty period. These types of pairings are not in your default pairing pool. You have to knowingly add these to your layers. Pairings may have multiple types. Filtering or bidding by pairing type will include pairings that fall under that pairing type. Bidding only one pairing type will filter all pairings that have at least one segment that satisfy that pairing type selected. This Philadelphia-based pairing is both a charter and a red-eye. If you were to search or bid for either pairing type, this pairing would be included in your pairing pool. The flight number in the 9000s denotes a charter, and the second duty period of the pairing crosses 0100 to 0101, making it also a red-eye. A regular pairing is contractually defined as a domestic pairing only. You do not need to add red-eye to get IPD. An IPD is simply designated as an international trip. Red-eye by definition is only referring to a domestic trip. You do not need to bid the pairing type along with the layover preference. By simply adding layover at city, you are bringing in the layovers that you would like, therefore not needing to add the pairing type as well, as that would be redundant. You do not need to bid for both types. In pairing types, there only has to be one flight segment on the pairing for it to be designated as that type. Therefore, by adding one type, you could be bringing in other pairing types as well.